This tool that I have right now is important to me, which is this RodeCaster Pro, which was released in December of 2018. It's a game changer in my opinion, and I love it so much since it really makes my life easier. Is it okay to love a gadget so much? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Bernie, and in today's video, I will be reviewing my RodeCaster Pro. It's been a long time coming, and let's do it right now. One of the main reasons why I bought this is because of the mix minus feature, which is a game changer. Really, finally, the mix minus on this RodeCaster Pro is really great, and it's straightforward and a 5-step process. Yes, 5 steps, but it's super easy. One setup, you are good to go. It's useful mainly for podcasting and live streaming. When you're talking to someone, let's say on Zoom, Microsoft Teams, or even on Skype, this feature eliminates echo for your guests and won't have any audio bouncing back to them, or they won't hear themselves while they are talking. Also, by using this RodeCaster Pro, you will be more focused on your content rather than putting your attention to the technical side of things when doing a podcast or a live stream. As of now though, I don't use that mix minus feature since most of the time I do the talking head videos just by myself and don't have any guests with me at the moment. Once I go back to live streaming again, definitely I will be able to use it, and it's always enabled. It's also great knowing that the USB mix minus feature will always be there. And to continue on with this RodeCaster Pro on why I think it's amazing, first is that this one is built for podcasters and live streamers in mind. This tool makes it easier for you to record your show. Just set up once and you are good to go. Even if you're done recording and you turn it off, once you'll do another episode, the settings are saved and you don't have to worry about them once set up. What makes this really great is that this also has built-in effects that you can use on your podcasts or live streams. And as you can see right now, it has 8 digital pads and come with these white cardboards so you can mark whatever sound effects you have. You can save lots of SFX, and with the use of the Rode Companion app, you'll be able to change them if need be. Also, this RodeCaster Pro is well built, it's light, the buttons are well laid out as well, they just work. The other thing that makes this RodeCaster Pro amazing is that this has built-in compressor and other effects. As per Rode, the compressor smooths and balances the dynamic range in your audio. When set correctly, it will attenuate the loudest parts of your speech while boosting the softer parts. This helps make your voice clearer, punchier, and more intelligible. Not only that, this also has dynamic mic presets. This is helpful if you don't want to mess around with the settings, from compressor to high-pass filter to noise gate to de-esser and other effects. Because owning this RodeCaster Pro, it could really be overwhelming. And that's also why this is great, because it is just plug and play. Once plugged into the computer, and in this case on my 17-inch 2017 iMac using its supplied USB-C cable, my iMac automatically detects the RodeCaster Pro, and the audio input and output are both automatically set, as you can see right here. Also, the preamp of this one is great, and I barely hear hissing sounds. I use this RodeCaster Pro mainly for my Electro Voice RE27ND, which is my go-to and my favorite microphone of all time, and I would say they are match made in heaven. Although it's a bummer that this mic doesn't have a preset compared to the EV-RE20. That's why I set it up on my own. It was a long trial and error until I was satisfied to how it sounds with all of the effects turned on and enabled. I would like to mention the other notable pros that this RodeCaster Pro have and can do. One is the multi-track feature. The ability to record a podcast session with the audio that you can separately edit is a welcome addition for sure. You are in control when editing separate audio clips coming from different audio sources. That way you can polish your edit before publishing your episode to any podcast platforms available. The multi-track feature was added and included in the 1.10 firmware in February 2019 and was a major update to the console. That update also includes includes the addition of the USB mix minus feature. Anyway, a lot of RodeCaster Pro users request for the addition of multi-track or multi-channel mode as what they call it, and Rode did not disappoint and they delivered. Another pro that I want to mention is this button right here. This is the solo button. This is particularly helpful when you want to cue a particular track and you want to listen to it first while a live show is ongoing. For example, an internet radio, which I had experience doing in the past. Once pressed together with the mute button, the track that you're listening to at the moment won't be broadcasted or recorded. Rode calls this feature the producer mode. This can also be used when you're talking to someone, let's say on Skype or Zoom, and you want to prep them about the program while they're on the line or even on the phone using the TRRS or the Bluetooth connection. When enabled, you and your guests' conversation while the program is ongoing won't be broadcasted live or even recorded. This is helpful to have a smooth flow of your show and to prevent mistakes from happening while you're live. This is the same concept in radio stations. If you have, let's say, a caller or talking to someone on the phone and wanted to cue them before putting them on the air. This is one of the features that I love about this RodeCaster Pro. Really amazing. Last but not the least, the ability to mute the speakers once you turn on your microphone. This is particularly useful if you're doing a live broadcast, like let's say an internet radio station, and you're in a home studio and you're playing a particular track that you want to hear using speakers and not headphones. So by turning on your microphone, the speakers automatically turn off or is muted to prevent feedback. I really like this feature since it brings back memories when I was still a radio announcer back in the day. Same concept for sure. That is why this RodeCaster Pro is a very powerful tool. Definitely can be used as an alternative to a dedicated radio station's console. Although this is a great machine, it isn't perfect and has drawbacks as well. First drawback for me is that this SD card slot, it's in the back, so it's hard to get to it, most especially if you don't have any room from this RodeCaster Pro to the wall. And I don't know why they put it here. It's better if this SD card slot is located somewhere here in the front for easy access. So even though you have a tight space, you can still access it easily if it's in the front. But it's a minimal annoyance since you really don't have to take the SD card out to transfer the files, and you can just use the companion app. But I find that when you directly transfer the files using the SD card, it's way faster than using the app. So I take it out all the time when transferring the files. Alright, next drawback for me is that it moves a lot and it's quite annoying. Well, it has this somewhat rubber feet, but it is not enough. It still slides when you're fiddling with the faders sometimes and quite annoying. It would be nice if this has a better rubber stopper here so it won't go anywhere. Another drawback is this is angled still low, in my opinion. Although it's not the end of the world, you can simply make the angle higher by placing some items here to raise it a bit. Or you can use a stand separately and place the RodeCaster Pro there for ease of use, although I haven't tried it yet. So overall, I love this RodeCaster Pro and I'm so glad that I got to own one. As of recording, it runs for $599 US. That's a lot of money, but it's totally worth it in my opinion. It makes my creating a video easier and I don't have to think about the settings afterwards. Once set up, it's already good to go. But please note though that I am still running firmware 2.1.0 and haven't updated it yet. As far as I know, the latest update, which is firmware 2.1.2, which makes it more awesome. Now you can route the connections of your DAW or DAW like the Logic Pro 10, as well as control or change camera angles. Wow. For your live streaming by using the SFX pads. You just have to enable the MIDI control in the settings, which is neat in my opinion. Alright, there you go. That's about it for my review of the RodeCaster Pro. So how about you? Are you actually looking to get one? I know it's a lot of money, it's expensive, but I think it's really worth it. Alright, that's about it. This is Bernie and I hope you find it helpful, and if so, give it a like and don't you forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and hit that bell icon notification to be notified with more awesome videos. Until next time, I will see you and goodbye for now. The compressor smooths and balances the smooths. place the SD card in the front. In the front?